What if the key to manifesting everything you've ever desired wasn't in your thoughts, your vision board, or even your intentions, but in your breath? For centuries, we've been taught to wish, to dream, to speak our desires into existence, but wishing is passive, breath is primal. It's not just oxygen, it's intelligence, vibration, and the subtle code that speaks to the quantum field. You don't manifest by shouting your desires into the void. You manifest by tuning your inner frequency to match the life you're calling in. In this video, we uncover the hidden power of breath as the ultimate tool for manifestation. Not through mysticism alone, but through quantum science, energy mastery, and the forgotten wisdom of embodiment. Because the truth is, your next reality isn't waiting for you to wish harder. It's waiting for you to breathe differently. Wishing feels innocent, it's soft, it's dreamy, but beneath that gentle exterior lies a trap, one that keeps millions in a cycle of yearning without becoming. When we wish, we project our desires outward, often imagining them as something far from us, something still withheld. The very act of wishing affirms lack. It says, "I do not yet have." And in the language of the universe, in the frequency of vibration, lack only breeds more lack. So while the heart whispers for change, the body often stands frozen, still resonating with the old story. True manifestation doesn't begin with the mind. It begins with embodiment, without anchoring the feeling, the breath, the posture of having already become. Wishes drift into the ether like vapor with no form. This is the hidden cost. People visualize millions, but breathe like they're broke. They speak affirmations of love, but hold tension in their chest as if bracing for heartbreak. The energy doesn't lie. The body is the loudspeaker of belief, and the universe responds not to words, but to frequency. The mismatch is where the dream collapses. To manifest, one must do more than wish. One must become. That becoming starts not in thoughts, but in breath, the most primal, present, and powerful tool we have. Breath doesn't just carry oxygen. It carries memory. It carries vibration. It signals whether we are safe, whether we are open to receive, whether we truly believe we deserve the life we say we want. When the breath changes, the field around us shifts, and in that shift, reality begins to bend. Breathing is the first thing we do when we arrive in this world, and the last thing we do when we leave. Yet most live their entire lives unaware of the infinite power hidden in that sacred rhythm. In the quantum field, everything is vibration, and every breath is an energetic transmission, an invisible frequency broadcast to the field that shapes the probabilities we call reality. When we breathe shallow, rushed, or unconsciously, we send signals of chaos, scarcity, and survival. But when we breathe deeply, slowly, and with awareness, we reprogram the very vibration we emit. Modern science now validates what ancient mystics always knew. Breath is a direct interface with our nervous system, our emotions, and our state of consciousness. It alters brainwave states, modulates hormonal release, and governs whether we are aligned with states of fear or flow. In this way, breath becomes the conductor of our inner orchestra. It either traps us in looping thought forms, or it liberates us into a new frequency, one that allows access to higher intuitive knowing, deeper stillness, and quantum creativity. Think of breath as the Wi-Fi signal between your inner world and the outer quantum field. The clearer and more coherent the signal, the faster and more aligned your manifestations arrive. But most people try to manifest through chaotic energy, wishing and visualizing while holding tension, stress, or fear. This creates interference. To truly tune into the frequency of what you desire, your breath must become the antenna, calibrated, intentional, alive. That's where manifestation becomes less about effort and more about energetic alignment. Every thought is a seed, but it's the breath that waters it into being. Without breath, thought remains potential, never anchored in the soil of embodiment. When someone thinks about their desires, they're activating a mental blueprint, but only when breath enters the equation, deep, rhythmic, conscious breath, does that blueprint begin to manifest into form. Breath is the bridge. It carries the energetic signature of your thoughts from the mind into the body, and from the body into the quantum field where reality responds. This is why ancient traditions didn't just pray or visualize, they breathed. They used breath to enter trance, to awaken power, to send intention into the collective field, because breath is not passive. It's a conductor of reality. Every inhale draws in universal energy. Every exhale is a release of what no longer serves, a signal to the field of your readiness to let go and receive. This rhythm is not just physiological, it's spiritual, magnetic, and deeply transformative when used with awareness. Imagine standing at the edge of a cliff with your dreams on one side and your reality on the other. Most people try to leap across with thought alone, but fall short. Breath builds the bridge. Each conscious inhale pulls your vision closer. Each intentional exhale dissolves resistance. This is how form is created, not through wishing alone, but through breathing with purpose. The question isn't just, what do you want? It's, are you breathing as if it's already yours? The air around you is not empty. It's a living field, an electromagnetic web saturated with potential, and every breath you take interacts with it. When you breathe unconsciously, you merely survive within that field, but when you breathe with intention, you activate it. You begin to influence, shape, and tune it. This is where manifestation begins to shift from abstract idea to embodied reality, through the deliberate use of breath to charge the energetic space around you with coherent intention. Conscious breathing awakens your biofield, the subtle electromagnetic force that surrounds and penetrates your body. This field is not just a passive aura, it's a transmitter. What you feel, believe, and breathe is encoded into this field and radiated outward. The universe, in turn, mirrors back the frequency of your field. When you practice breathwork with specific emotional states like gratitude, confidence, or joy, you imprint those vibrations into the quantum field, and that, quite literally, changes what you attract. This is the difference between wishing and manifesting. Wishing says, I hope it comes. Manifesting breathes, it is already mine. The breath does not wait for proof, it becomes the proof. Each inhale becomes an activation, each exhale becomes a declaration. And when you do this regularly, the field remembers. It starts to conspire in your favor, rearranging events, people, and synchronicities to match your energetic command. You are not just manifesting into the world, you are breathing the world into manifestation. Before you can manifest your dream life, your body has to believe it's safe to receive it. This is where the nervous system enters the scene, not as a side note, but as the gatekeeper of your manifested reality. When your nervous system is dysregulated, trapped in fight, flight, or freeze, your energy becomes fragmented. Even if your mind is visualizing abundance, your body may still be breathing as if it's under attack. And the quantum field listens to the body far more closely than it does the intellect. The breath is the fastest, most direct tool for regulating the nervous system. A deep inhale signals safety. A slow exhale activates the parasympathetic response, the state of rest, healing, and openness. This is the fertile soil in which manifestation takes root. When you're regulated, your frequency becomes coherent. Coherence is what the field responds to, not desperation, not chaos, not mental noise, just pure, steady, grounded signal. This is why you can't manifest while in panic, no matter how badly you want something. The frequency doesn't match. So manifestation is not just a mental game, it's a somatic process. It's not about thinking better thoughts. It's about creating an inner environment where those thoughts can land, grow, and take form. Regulating your nervous system with breath is the daily ritual of telling your body, we are safe now, we are ready to receive. And once the body believes that, the reality around you begins to mirror it with almost eerie precision. The subconscious mind is the silent architect of your life, shaping your reality not through logic, but through patterns stored deep within your body. You can't think your way into new beliefs if your breath is still stuck in old trauma. This is why breathwork is such a profound tool for transformation. It bypasses the gatekeeper of the conscious mind and speaks directly to the subconscious, altering the programming that drives your choices, your energy, and your manifestations. Every breath you take carries a message. Shallow, tight breaths signal to the subconscious that danger is near, reinforcing fear-based beliefs and limitations. But deep, rhythmic breathing tells the body a new story. We are safe. We are powerful. We are ready. Over time, this consistent signal rewires the subconscious, clearing outdated patterns that block abundance, love, and expansion. Breath becomes the language of reprogramming, not through affirmations alone, but through full-bodied vibration. This is where breath transcends biology and becomes spiritual technology. You're not just breathing air, you're breathing intention, rewriting timelines, dissolving inherited patterns. As the breath goes deeper, the stories shift, memories surface, old emotions release, and new truths settle in. This is how people radically change their lives, not by reading more, but by breathing differently. Because the subconscious doesn't respond to theory, it responds to experience. And breath is the most direct experience of transformation you'll ever have. Intention without energy is like a map without fuel. You know where you want to go, but you'll never get there. This is why so many manifestation attempts fall flat. People set intentions with their minds, but never infuse them with breath, the life force that makes them magnetic. When breath and intention merge, something alchemical happens. You don't just imagine the reality you want, you become the frequency that draws it in. This is the true quantum creation formula. Breath plus intention equals manifestation. The breath is the carrier wave, and the intention is the encoded signal. When you breathe while holding a clear, emotionally charged intention, you send that signal into the quantum field like a ripple through water, and the field, governed by the law of vibration and the observer effect, reshapes itself to match the new frequency you're broadcasting. It's not magic, it's alignment. Try this. Breathe in with the feeling of having already received your desire. Feel it in your chest, in your spine, in your cells. As you exhale, release any lingering doubt, fear, or contraction. Do this not once, but daily, ritually. Over time, the body memorizes the state. The subconscious accepts it as truth, and reality begins to shift, not because you forced it, but because you became it. That is the art of breathing your intentions into form. All manifestation happens in the now, not in some far-off future, not in a someday fantasy, but in this exact breath, this precise moment. The present is the only portal where thought becomes energy, and energy becomes form. Yet most people live in mental time machines, regretting the past, fearing the future, while completely missing the infinite creative power that only exists in the now. Breath is the anchor that pulls you back into this power. When you breathe consciously, you step out of mental chatter and into embodied presence. This is the space where coherence lives. This is where alignment is possible. The now holds everything: safety, clarity, intuition, guidance. It's not just a philosophical concept, it's a frequency. And when you breathe into that frequency, manifestation becomes natural, effortless, because you're no longer sending mixed signals into the field. You're no longer asking for something while simultaneously resisting it. You're simply becoming the vibration of it. Breathing into the present isn't about denial. It's about tuning into the only moment that has creative authority. Every inhale becomes a reset. Every exhale, a surrender. And in that surrender, space opens. Possibilities expand. Synchronicities emerge. The present moment is a living canvas, and your breath is the brush. Paint wisely, feel deeply. Because the universe isn't responding to your thoughts about tomorrow, it's responding to your vibration right now. Ritual is how we remind the universe and ourselves what we're choosing to become, and breathwork, when practiced daily, becomes more than a habit. It becomes a sacred recalibration. Just 10 to 15 minutes each day of conscious, intentional breathing can realign your frequency, rewire your subconscious, and reactivate the manifestation field around you. This isn't theory, it's energetic mechanics. And the beauty lies in its simplicity. Begin by setting your space. Light a candle, sit in stillness, close your eyes. On each inhale, feel yourself drawing in the vibration of what you desire: confidence, abundance, love, clarity. On each exhale, release resistance, old stories, fear, or doubt. Breathe in as if it's already done. Breathe out as if you're letting go of everything that ever said you couldn't have it. Let the rhythm guide you deeper. Let the energy build. Stay in that frequency, that feeling, until your nervous system accepts it as real. This ritual is not about forcing outcomes. It's about becoming a vibrational match to the life that's already waiting for you. With consistency, you'll notice shifts, not just in what happens around you, but in how you show up. More grounded, more clear, more magnetic. Because when you breathe like the version of you who already has it, reality has no choice but to catch up. That's not a wish. That's a universal law. You were never meant to chase your desires. You were meant to become the version of you who already lives them. That transformation doesn't happen in the mind alone. It happens in the breath, in the quiet, sacred inhale that says, "I am ready," and in the powerful exhale that whispers, "It is already mine." Breath is the code of creation, the interface between your inner world and the infinite field of possibilities. Every conscious breath is a choice, to expand or contract, to align or resist, to live in fear or to radiate the frequency of your highest self. And when you choose alignment, again and again, the universe will not ignore you. It will mirror you. So stop wishing, start breathing, and watch as your world bends to the vibration you've always been capable of holding. If this resonated, take a deep breath right now and claim your power. Then like this video and subscribe to the Cosmic Awakening channel, where every breath takes you closer to your true reality.